If you're wondering how to promote multiple products or multiple services with Meta ads, that's Instagram ads and Facebook ads, you've come to the right place. That's exactly what I'm going to be going over today. I really only have one answer for this. It's just based on my experience, I feel like this is the best structure and the best way to organize it. And I'm going to assume that whoever is watching this video most likely is already advertising. So you already have some experience with Facebook ads, and you're wondering, if I want to promote multiple products or multiple services that I offer, how do I do that? How do I structure it? Should it be in the same campaign? Should it be in the same ad sets? Should it be different ad sets? Should I just make separate ads all within the same campaign, or should those campaigns be totally separate? Let's answer it. My name is Sydney. I own Vertex Marketing Agency. On this channel, we talk about all things Facebook ads. And today I want to talk to you about how to promote multiple products or services with Meta ads. So really, what my first recommendation would be is that hopefully, if you are already running the ads, you're using Meta ads to advertise your most popular products to start off with. All right, so this might be a single product if you only have a few different products, or it might be a category of product. Let's say you're promoting t-shirts, you're an e-commerce brand and you sell t-shirts. You're not promoting one single t-shirt, you're most likely promoting a category of t-shirts, and you're using lots of different variations of the t-shirts that you sell with that category that you're advertising. All right, so you're either promoting your best selling product or service, even if you offer multiple, or your best selling category. All right, so that's my first recommendation. I hope you're already doing that if you're watching this video and you're wondering how to promote multiple products. But if you want to add on additional products to promote, I typically recommend to keep these campaigns separate. So you have a bath bomb campaign that's running inside of one campaign. You have potentially multiple ad sets. Most likely just one is probably broad. Maybe you have some interest targeting in a separate ad set, but most likely you're just running it broad. And then inside of that ad set, you have multiple ads. Then typically I recommend having a separate campaign for testing. And then inside of that campaign, every single ad set that you have is a different creative test that you're running. So you might have, 3 to 4 ads running in a given ad set at a time as the tests go on. And once you have a winning ad inside of your testing campaign or testing ad set, you duplicate it into your main campaign. And that's typically how it works. So let's say you're selling your bath bombs, you have a testing campaign and you have a winning campaign for your bath bombs, but now you want to start promoting soaps, okay? So in this case, I'd recommend you make a new campaign with its own ad sets, with its own ads. And I do recommend that you focus on the best-selling product or category at a given time, because it takes a lot of strategy to actually see results with Facebook ads. In some cases, if you have an amazing offer, you can get by with like really bad ads and not really put much effort into it, kind of be, I guess, lucky. But if you are promoting a service that's in a relatively saturated market, which a lot of people typically do, you need to create an entire meta marketing strategy around those products. And so to promote 5 products at once, and each of these are getting 1 to 2 creative tests per month, that is a lot of overhead. It's a lot of video editing, graphic designing, and it's just not really sustainable. So that's why I typically do recommend starting with your best selling product or category. Then any product, other category that you want to add on top of that should have its own campaign and potentially its own testing campaign, but you might just use the same testing campaign that you had for your first category. In this case, it can be okay to have separate ad sets as long as you're using ad set budget optimization. You're using separate ad sets for the different products that you're testing the creatives for. And then once you have a winner from your testing, you can put that into the respective campaign for that product. If you want to promote any additional products on top of that, again, I'd still recommend it has its own campaign. It's named accordingly. It has its own ad sets and its own ads. And this is really because I feel like every campaign kind of has like its own little brain. It makes its own little audiences. It has its own learnings. When we talk about the learning phase, although it does happen at the ad set level, it's your campaign trying to figure out who to target. And so if we're putting too many different types of products for different types of people or demographics that would actually buy it, one, Facebook might have issues actually finding those people and learning who to target and what segments of people it should be showing your ads to. But two, when you're looking at the results, it might just be completely off, because if men over 40 are buying this this one product, but then you also have something that, 18 to 20-year-olds might buy as well inside of the same campaign or ad set, it can kind of be confusing for you to know, are these good or bad? Because typically different demographics have different CPAs or benchmarks or, ROAS goals because of the nature of those different demographics. Some people have more money, some people don't. Some people are more impulsive, some people need it, some people just want to buy, some people need to buy. So I recommend in any case, try to keep it as organized as possible. I like to think of campaigns kind of like a filing cabinet. So we're gonna organize your different categories, and then your ad sets are kind of like the subcategories of the people that you're targeting, or maybe it's a different creative test that you're doing, and then you have the ads, which are another subcategory. But you wanna make sure that when you're looking at the data, it all kind of makes sense and there's no interpretation of, oh, this is high because of this. You wanna look at it and know exactly what's going on. Now, another question people might ask is, should I promote multiple products? If you sell 10 different types of products on your site, or you have 10 different types of services, do you need to promote every single one on Meta ads? And the answer is no. And often a lot of clients that I'm working with, we promote the best selling or the highest value to the, to the business owner, highest average order value, AOV, maybe something with the best margins. But really Facebook works when there's a lot of volume. And that's because when people make a purchase, Facebook reads that data and then it has a better idea of who to actually show your ads to or who to target. And so when we can use a product that has decently good margins and people can buy lots of it, then that makes it a good product to actually promote. So if you have 10 different products or 10 different services that you offer, I recommend the best selling one or the most popular one, and then making the entire strategy around that. And then once you scale up to a place where you're getting really good results and you want to add on another one, you need to consider the overhead work that's gonna go into it. You're gonna need creatives, you're gonna need copy. And these creatives and copy need to be updated really at least every 2 weeks at the minimum. So when you think about adding on multiple products you need or services to your Meta ads, you need to consider the amount of work that's actually going to go into it. I think it can be a great option, or what I really prefer to do with my clients is let's focus on a category or the best selling products and make an entire strategy around that, because that in itself can actually be really hard to really get good results and consistently. So I hope that answers the question. Really, to recap, what I recommend is that any product that you want to promote should have its own campaign and its own ad sets. You can use the same campaign for testing into different ad sets. So, product A, product B, product C all have their own ad sets and using ABO. Or it could also have its totally separate campaign just for testing. It kind of depends on how often you're making these creative tests. But really, all in all, I recommend that any additional products or product categories on top of what you're already promoting should have its own separate campaigns and ad sets and ads. All right, and that's it for today. I hope that answered your question of how to promote multiple products with Meta ads. If it did help, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.